5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Newbee's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Newbee's turn to ban. OG's turn to pick.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for Game 2 now between OG and Newbee. Of course, if you do want to go and watch DC versus IG, I believe, head over to Stream 3. And if you don't understand these simple instructions, type JEBAITED in the Twitch chat, please, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here for Game 2, Newbee versus OG. I'm Eddie Pixel, I'm here with Fogged. We're ready to go again, and ready to go again. Did we just boot up a replay, Fogged? Because we're seeing the same thing happen here.
Yep.
Exactly the same bans and first pick.
Same sides as well.
Yeah.
Radiant Newbee, Dire OG, Dire first pick. And yeah, OG takes the Wyvern, and it's like identical bans.
Absolutely
banning out all the fours.
Absolutely identical.
Don't think we'll see Newbee do the same thing, though. The Lich might still be one of the heroes, but I don't know if they'll go for the Lich and the Legion Commander.
The Lich seemed pretty good against the Wyvern.
It did seem very good. It was good for the Wyvern, and it was just great for the laning phase. That's the reason what allowed SCCC to be so berserk inside this entire game, was this Lich just babysitting through in the laning phase and allowing him to become that driving force. And the fact that he was first 0 stuns, of course, but let's see what adjustments they do make.
Well, they do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they picked the same opener. I really wouldn't. It was not bad at all. KP had quite the game on that Legion.
Maybe this time they go for the Shadow Shaman puck because they do like it so much.
Oh, well, they're changing it up.
Okay, they're changing it up.
I'm always happy to see them change it up. You know, they did win with that last drop, but we'd like to see a bit of variety here. We've certainly been getting that, of course, over the first day so far, with an incredible variety of heroes being picked up.
It seems like Newbee's doing like a... I'm just going to throw it out here, but this could be KP's hero here for the Void. I think it's also still possible to be Moogie's, but what it seems to me is that they're going to be going for more than one carry. They're going to be going for toward that late game, because they're seeing OG doing these like 4 protect 1 lineups a lot.
Oh, I love it.
And they're going for this. So, okay, right away. They're
Have
going
we had
for
much AA?
Void. Definitely had
We
one.
have had it.
Yeah.
We've definitely had it, okay.
Yeah, we had 4 AAs as of yesterday.
All right. Obviously, fantastic with the Void. Fantastic against the Wyvern as well. Someone that's able to capitalize on that, on punishing that Cold Embrace hold.
In 2 different ways. Because not only can he Ice Blast it, but he can also use his Cold Feet on it.
True,
It automatically
yeah.
allows a proc to stun afterwards if they do get Cold Embraced. And then, of course, you know, the setup with the Void. This is just a classic combo we see coming out from teams. The Void AA. Or just Void with any type of hero that can throw their ultimate inside of the bit. Inside the chrono.
And what the OG do in response? I mean, the Tusk doesn't necessarily feel like a bad hero to pick in this situation, but we saw last game Jerax, he just wasn't able to get much done with it, was he? Even though, you know, you feel it was there for the saves. A lot of it, of course, down to the silencer pick, which is still in the pool, and maybe OG have to be a little worried about that coming through again, because it certainly could. You know, Void Silencer, again, very strong, having that chrono, making sure that no one can help from outside of it.
I want some Jerax Pudge or something coming out. Not in the first 2, but okay. Earthshaker, this is a flex pick. They don't really know exactly where it can go. It can be the 4, it can be S4's hero. We've been seeing it being run in both roles. We've even seen it ran mid a couple times. I'm not sure if at this tournament, but in the past. And it's a good hero that just to stop, you know, the aggression coming out from the Void and the A, and it pairs super well with the Wyvern, as we mentioned in the previous series. You get a nice curse off, you can get a great setup for an Echo Slam, or vice versa.
Interesting ban, the Naga
Naga ban.
Obviously something that we've seen OG do in the past, and definitely something that I think in the Chinese scene at least, teams do pick against the Void, because it's just so strong against that Chronosphere. It literally just stops anything from going down if he doesn't catch that Naga Siren in the Chrono. So Newbee just not wanting to deal with any sort of hard counter as such to the way that they're going to want to play. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a super annoying hero, and it makes setting up these kind of like big ultimates a lot easier when you do have the sleep, especially for OG. They're like the kings. They were the kings at using the Naga at that point to use the setup, the sleep into Black Hole, sleep into Disruptor ulti, be it whatnot, when they used to pick that hero.
10 seconds remaining.
And the Pugna gets banned out by OG this time around.
I'm gonna be interested to see if they leave that silencer in the pool, OG. Because I really feel that we saw last game how much of an issue it caused, and already with the Wyvern and the Shaker, these are two heroes that it's not going to be fun to play against that global. It really isn't.
And they do have a Void too to kind of start the fights.
Yeah.
However, that would make their ultimates very high cooldown. You know, then it's like the Chrono
True,
and the Global
true.
both have to be up for you to take the fights, and those are both 2-minute cooldowns rather than any pickoffs. And then they have, I guess they could run the silencers, of course. So it's a possibility. I don't know if Newbee will go for that same kind of style though after revealing it in the last game.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see what OG do take out here. See
5
Newbee with the Arc Warden ban.
Taking out both of those heavy split pushers.
Yeah. And again, another hero that can kind of cause issues for the Void, you know, if you don't catch him in the Chrono. A lot that he can throw out into the Chronosphere, you know, just throwing out his own bubble, making sure that it's hard for the Void to get in position to actually get the right clicks through onto an enemy. Can cause a lot of issues as such.
Yeah, they know that OG likes the hero too. They know that No-Tail likes to play it.
OG taking their time with this one, going to the reserve. And it's going to be the puck pick.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, Newbee has really been liking the puck in the previous games that they have done. They've drafted it a lot first, too. Pretty crazy seeing how the Shadow Shaman's just not being favored by both these teams just now. Could still be picked up, of course, for either. We've seen Faith play it. We've, of course, seen Fly play it, but there already is a Wyvern in play and an Ancient Apparition. I don't know if they want a Shadow Shaman AA combo for Newbee. Doesn't sound the greatest to me.
Shackle and Cold Feet can be nice, can't it? But it's very squishy.
Yeah, you wanted some other
You just
type of
get
frontliner, ideally.
Yeah. Well, what did they pick up? Was it the Silence they got third last time around this stage of the draft?
Yeah.
Feeling sort of Moogie's hero, even though obviously at the time it was, you say, a sort of flex pick.
Yeah, it was still left open. I mean, the Lich is still in play if they want to go for the Faceless Void Lich combo. It's also still the same thing,
that's
though. Then
true.
it's Lich AA, and it's maybe a little weird, but I mean, teams are really liking the Lich. However, it's not really versus any physical type damage just yet. It's versus only magical.
I wonder if these are the kind of
But a good
guys
versus Wyvern, yeah.
to pick up a Nature's Prophet and try and get them 1v1 against the Shaker. We saw yesterday the Empire vs Infamous series, Ghost Stick absolutely ruler, a 1v1 between an MP and a Shaker. So they may look at that Shaker and try and pick someone that's going to win a 1v1. Just going to be the secondary support.
Okay.
Rubik to be revealed.
Pretty good spells to steal. Cool old school combo we used to see a lot. The AA Rubik can roam nicely. Then it gives them a little bit of like the no field can be decent versus some of the magical damage that's coming out from OG. But yeah, being able to steal Fissure, Splinter Blast will be super nice.
Yeah, and something that does have that hold to set up for the Cold Feet in the laning stages and making those rotations. These two, it's a strong Roman pair. They're going to go for it again, though,
They go for the brew again.
They're going for it. You said you weren't a huge fan of this kind of 4 protect 1, were you, from OG in game 1 against Newbee's lineup?
Not crazy about it, no.
I mean, they might not necessarily be going for that again because they could do the Wyvern Shaker as
We
a
still
support
have
S4
yeah,
offlane
exactly.
as the brew. Yeah, they still have that flexibility.
Picking the brew into Rubik though is a bit, can be a bit hard because it's an instant disable with the lift, and after the brew split ends, you can almost always be able to steal it. If you're in a good position or if you survive the fight, you are in a good place to steal that split a lot of the time. So already looking like a nice Rubik game if he's able to actually get those spell steals.
Question about that at all.
The brew though, the nice thing is like if the Void does get a Chronosphere off and the Brew's not inside of it, he can really disrupt not only the Void, he can throw the Void in the air, or he can go for the backlines and mess everything up. Oh, we've got an SCCC Invoker. Oh hell yeah, I'm actually so excited. I love watching this guy play Invoker. He's actually one of my favorite. When he first debuted playing versus Sumail, I forget what was it, it was like an MDL or something, I believe it was, like quite a while back. He first played it, and that was when we saw like SCCC outlane Sumail for like one of the first times we've seen Sumail been outlaned, and SCCC played Berserk on the Invoker. I love this guy's Invoker.
I've got it so far. I'm looking at these drafts, and I'm feeling scared for OG. I'll be honest. This is the Newbee lineup. Invoker, AA, Void.
It's greedy.
You think it's greedy? Well, just having the Void. I mean, we still don't know, I guess, if the Void is safe lane or off lane. It could still be a solo lane Void.
It is a bit greedy. These heroes all take some time to get online.
Okay.
You're saying you like the OGs or Newbies?
Newbies.
Oh, I thought you said OG.
No, I'm saying I like Newbies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you agree? You like Newbies.
I like Newbies. It's a little bit slow. It does take time to get on because, Invoker takes time. But the A and the Rubik supports can make a lot of stuff happen around the map. They have a very good dual roaming potential. Make space.
What do we got here? Dun dun dun. It's going to be the Ana TA.
So they did save it for counter pick versus the Invoker.
Yes, and I imagine with that, I mean, No-Tail could still run the brew in the safe lane.
Yeah, they used to do it all the time in the past.
So it could still be, that 1 or 2 brew, and but it could still be the S4 brew.
The Visage ban. They thought maybe it could still be like a Visage safe lane or something like.
I mean, they think what we're saying as well. You know, having the brew as being the off lane role, and then picking something else for No-Tail in the safe lane.
5 seconds.
I guess it could have still been Brew safe lane, off lane Shaker, support Wyvern with the support Visage or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they still could have done something along those lines. So OG does have a little bit of variety in how they can lane, depending on what they see from Newbee. Newbee's got some scary team fight, but so does OG at the moment.
OG's turn to pay. Newbee's turn to
They ban the Sven, and they take the PL.
Okay, so I like this already much more from OG.
Yeah.
It isn't the 4 protect
Not
one.
the 4 protect one.
You have got S4 on the brew on his off lane, and you've got No-Tail this time playing something a bit heavier, a bit harder hitter, late gamer, getting that PL up with that TA.
And
This is much better than game 1 from OG draft-wise, I feel.
And they've got much harder to kill heroes, and right now the damage on Newbee is lacking. Once Invoker is able to get online and he actually is like, with Aghanims or something, he can actually do some more damage. But Void, AA, Rubik, they definitely lack damage inside of the Chronosphere till Invoker is online versus PL and Templar Assassin. Also, their catch is not the greatest versus a Phantom Lancer. They pretty much have to get him in the Chrono to be able to kill him once he gets online, of course. Early on, he's pretty weak. He does take some time.
What do they take here? Is that final pick? Is it going to be the safe lane? It is. They're going to go for the Alchemist, so it will be the off lane Void. They're picking up that safe lane Alch for
Safe
Mugi.
lane Alch.
By the looks of it, yeah, it's got to be with Invoker in the middle lane. So the old school safe lane Alchemist running this game. As indeed, KP grabs the Void, SCCC on that Invoker. I've not seen an outgame in a while. I'm excited for this one. At the same time, though, if a team's going to know how to work around and out, OG, these guys, they know a lot about this hero. They play a lot themselves in the past. They've dealt with it a lot in the past. Are they ready to deal with the Alchemist in 2017? That is the question.
Can they get the pressure going? I don't know. Newbee's looks a bit greedy. It does.
Okay.
Like Alchemist, Void, Invoker. These 3 cores, they take a while to actually be able to do stuff, make stuff happening. But that being said, if they can get away with the greed, it can prove extremely beneficial to them.
5 seconds.
Can OG actually punish it? They have pretty damn strong lanes, and they have good ways to be able to actually punish the Invoker too. With the Wyvern and with the Earthshaker. So, I mean, we'll see how this plays out. It's a much better draft coming out from OG this time around. But yeah, it's an Alchemist safe lane. I have not seen Alchemist safe lane in...
I've not seen Alchemist full stop, to be fair. I know it has been picked here, hasn't it, right?
Alch, I believe, was picked once yesterday, and it won, and it had like 990-something GPM or something like that, yeah.
Wow. We're getting it this game. Mugi on the Alch. I'm excited to see how he builds it as well. Do you still absolutely always just go for the Naga style farm up the map build? Is there any chance we see any sort of battle build from the Alchemist in this age?
I think the same build, Armlet Radiance.
Yeah.
Armlet Radiance, Manta, Octarine. Okay. It's too strong. The build up is too good, and it just scales way too hard into later stages. And it accrues you way too much gold to be able to throw into your teammates as well. That's the nice thing, is they have the Alchemist, and you look at all their heroes, every single one of them can receive an Aghanims, of course.
That's true, yeah. They are all going to be wanting one. Who gets priority, do you think? I imagine at the pace the game goes, SCCC is still going to build his own. He'll build his own.
He should more than likely build his own. I don't think Mugi wants to prioritize getting one that early.
No.
I mean, Void and AA both can be very good. I think the Void is probably the better one. AA's is neat, it's great having that, but it's nothing like super specific. It's only Cold Embrace right now. That's the big heal that he'll stop. While Void, the Chronosphere gets dropped down to 60 seconds, and that's their big team fight on the side of Newbee. So I'd imagine it would be the Void who gets it, whenever he gets it. I mean, we'll talk way later down the lines. Starting themselves with 4 heroes bottom, making sure they can guarantee themselves that bounty rune. No-Tail up top by himself for now. So KP again, starting out with same items. Poor man's shield with the tangos. Feeling like he should be able to force a good amount of experience versus a Wyvern PL dual lane. Probably expecting Jerax to start bottom to give S4 a nice fissure block start since he's on Dire, so he'll get a nice actual couple waves on the Panda. And then it's what happening. Jerax already moving down toward that bottom lane to fissure block it. So Jerax can get some nice starting levels. KP getting zoned off the rune, forced to time walk away. So we get a 2-for-2 bounty rune trade. Of course, though, it is an alchemist who gets it, so a little bit more gold for him.
Yeah, it looks like during this laning stage, I wonder if we are going to see OG send a second member towards the mid lane to help out Ana, if they do simply leave him alone. At the moment, it looks like they're going to leave it. There's the straight 1v1 between Ana's TA and there's Triple C's Invoker.
And Ana should definitely win that matchup.
Yeah.
It's a very heavily favored TA per TA. So yeah, Jerax does block bottom, and not only that, did they not only fissure block bottom, but they block both pull camps. So Rubik AA, two heroes that really suffer on needing levels, so they want to be able to pull. And now, not only that, they can't pull the lane back. So S4 should be able to get a good chunk of experience down here without too much worry.
We're seeing mid lane already. Jerax has come round, and he's looking for an opportunity to try and make a play onto S-Triple-C. Has the fissure. It's a good block as well. S-Triple-C is going to make the long way round. Not enough damage really from Ana to do too much, but again, it's just making this lane, go from easy to even easier for Ana in these early levels.
He has to walk all the way around.
Yeah,
Misses the whole wave. Misses 2 CS so far. If Ana's able to get a couple more denies, he's going to miss 3. So misses 3, almost 3 full creeps of experience, or 2.5.
Bottom lane, we're seeing S4 have to deal with the fun of the chilling touch here. Faith with the harassment.
Wave will naturally push out, but they do actually find the D ward on the hard camp, so they are able to kill it, and they do have it open, so they're able to pull.
Back mid lane. They may just get this killer. They drag Ana back. He does still have the refraction, so he should be safe, to be fair, with the refraction available. In fact, he's holding on to it here. Whew. Living on the edge, has the salve. Ana, he knows what he's doing. He's got the control there.
He did the math.
Okay.
Haka, though, just staying in mid now for the time being. They know they can't really zone off the Panda anyway. But that being said, Panda does get frozen up bottom by the cold feet. Getting chased.
Low. Nice little play there from Jerax, though. Throws the Fissure up from the low ground. Time and space created for S4 to back up. Get himself away. To be fair, looking at the CS, it looks like Mugi's not really having a perfect time down in the CS. I guess the brew with the mischance, throwing out that alcohol, slowing him down.
Yeah, the mischance is super obnoxious.
Yeah.
Mugi having to also last hit under several range creeps can make it a little bit more difficult because of the way the lane's been constantly pulled back by OG.
Brew pick certainly working out in terms of slowing him down. Mid lane CS, Ana still with the lead, 12 for 7.
Yeah, he should win pretty handily. S-Triple-C's getting his levels now, though, so he's got the level 2 Forge Spirit, so it helps a bit, but Jerax coming in, they do spot him, though, with that Observer Ward placed in the river. They know that he's in the vicinity to try to go for the block. S-Triple-C's starting to back up already.
There's Jerax with the wraparound, ready to play with this once
but
more.
That being said, though,
the block. They're not going to be able to do a fair bit of damage here. Kaka is there to try and back him up.
Still trapped.
Not enough. S-Triple-C down.
Oh,
Jerax making the plays, making the rotations.
Oh, they pinged for him too. They were pinging, saying, "Oh, Jerax coming your way." I guess he just didn't really think that they would be able to get the perfect trap and kill him. Slight little mistake there, definitely coming out from S-Triple-C. And we do see Jerax with his earlier movement. He placed a ward deep inside the enemy jungle to watch whenever the Invoker does go to jungle, because he's gonna go to jungle at some point because Templar Assassin's gonna crush him so hard in this lane. So being able to watch where he's farming, very relevant.
Up on the top lane, no Tails farm so far, looking pretty good, 16 CS. KP's Void not being too much of an issue really, he's been forced back a couple of times to base, only now just keeping himself out. Again though, he's still finding the levels like he was on the Legion play game we saw in game 1, and definitely, KP being KP, we can expect him to have this slow but steady start. He's not going to feed, and he's still going to be able to offer a lot once he hits the 6. Bottom lane though, S4. Cold feet kicks in, and Newbee, they will be able to catch out the brew.
Having the unstable concoction level, allowing them to connect to that cold feet. S4 just underestimating how much damage it really would do. Ancient stack starting.
Around, but S4 has his eyes upon him. Kaka holds him back with the telekinesis.
Jerax is trying to come there with the fissure. 4
seconds,
though. 2 seconds, 1. Oh, Kaka doesn't know he's on cooldown.
So there's the fissure coming out, and with the collapse slow from S4, they're going to be able to take down this Rubik almost certainly. Tries to get himself up to the high ground, but S4's there with the last touch.
Oh, I don't think he knew that like, oh, I'm gonna get blocked here. For him not knowing that Fissure was down.
Jarek certainly making the plays. We saw in the Tusk game it was not necessarily the start that we kind of expect from Jarek in terms of rotations, but game 2 he's making magic happen on the Shaker.
Yeah, it definitely has changed up already. He's gonna keep making those movements, playing around bottom and mid over and over again. Mid now.
It's gonna need some help because Anna is being focused by 3, and here we have it's a very strong gang. Cold Feet, telekinesis. There's no way that Anna can escape from that. It's you know, that duo. It gets the kill every time. If Kaka hits the telekinesis, the only person that can really kind of save is if they bring a Wyvern in, but still they've got a fair bit of magical and the Sunstrike as well.
Bottom.
SCC's potential. There's Pure as well.
The smoke does break. I don't know if they're going to be able to get in range. They are. Jarex is there with the Fissure as well.
Could have a concoction to throw out and buy himself some time as he tries and makes his way back towards the tower, but indeed it's not going to be enough as the 3 surround him, bring him down. Faith is there trying to find something in response, does actually get the kill onto Fly, but OG looking to punish him as well. No, they're not going to quite make it. Kaka with the telekinesis holdback keeps Faith alive, and now Kaka's turning with the Fade Bolt. He's only gone and done it. Takes down Jarex in return, and he'll even get the range creep. That's a feels good man for the Rubik as he holds it off down bottom and is able to get something in return.
Took them a bit longer than they wanted to have to kill that Alcap since he has treads and a helm already. A bit tankier than they had probably initially expected. They also wanted to be able to get a better wraparound. They were walking in with the smoke, and Alchemist actually stepped up and broke it, so they had to get like a weird kind of approach the way they took that fight.
Jarex, see what his movements are to be next. Has that ward. We'll see where he wants to get that place down.
The ancient stacking continues for Ana. A triple stack on his ancient camp and so 2 triple stacks on both ancients.
Oh, look at this
KP
well up top. Yeah, Notail playing super aggressive. KP has got the shrines back off too. Jarex still in position around the mid lane. Faith is there for Newbee. They are going to try and move in themselves onto Ana, but a quick Fissure from Jarex holds back the play, and Ana will be kept safe. Jarex still hovering around this one. About playing around with Faith. Himself out of range, the Cold Feet procking. Will be fine, but it's certainly forcing a lot of attention from Newbee's side towards that mid lane as KP continuing to have to deal with the pressure that Notail's applying, farming the wave right underneath Newbee's tier 1. Not a fear in the world on this PL at the moment.
KP doesn't have too much fear either.
That's true. Yeah, he's not in danger of dying.
Yeah.
But,
Notail will secure the tower though.
That's just a quick tower as well, pre 8 minutes.
Nice.
So getting away with that pressure. 1,500 gold in the bank. Mugi, of course, still at the top. But he is the alchemist that's expected.
Yep.
Overall net worth. And just some big stacks, as you keep mentioning, for Ana. That's going to be where we see him really step up from this mid lane.
Yeah.
We're getting both camps looking incredibly tasty.
So we've got, what, 1 4x and 1, I think only... Oh no, they're both 4x stacks. We can get the next one. Bottom lane, the Sunstrike.
Oh, but that Fissure, though, it is going to hold Mugi back a little bit. It gives the time for the Primal Split to come out. Again, Jarex in the right place at the right time to save his teammates. And not only that, by the looks of it, set up for kills. They've got the rotation for Notail. They're chasing down Mugi. Can they finish this off? One more stun comes out from the Bruling. Jarex looking to close the distance. Mugi has got another concoction to throw. In fact, S4's going to get turned upon. Comes back out after the Primal Split. He's 2 down low. KP's there. Oh, he's got a Chrono, but he hasn't got the mana for it. Could have been pretty big if he had it, as they were so close to each other, but he didn't quite have the mana to turn around for any sort of play.
Those are some very unfortunate miss micro plays that looked up by S4. He switched to go for the courier with his fire thing, and then he went to go for the Rubik as well, but it was just too little damage. He actually ended up like standing still for a second. He was like kind of switching targets back and forth. He pretty much went for more than they could have chewed off. He wanted the Alchemist,
OG
but
again in a bit feisty. They're trying to play, but look at this wraparound that's coming in from Newbee. They're smoked up. They have the Chrono. KP jumping forward. He'll lay it down. It's only going to catch one of them, but it will mean they secure the kill onto Notail. They're looking for more, but Jarex is out with the TP. Fly deep amongst the trees down towards the bottom. Will have his TP back off cooldown in 5 seconds. They're coming a searching. Doesn't look like they'll spot Fly out. Fly should be fine, and indeed does manage to TP himself back to safety.
2 unsuccessful rotations though for OG, and Newbee capitalizes on it big time. And we see the Faceless Void. He's going for the Dominator build.
Okay.
That's a pretty sweet item choice actually. Haven't seen it too often, but of course the neutral creep can be very beneficial inside your Chrono.
The success of that one. Ready to go for another smoke play. Pick it up. AA. We saw Ana clean up one of the stacks. He's now up to 1300 gold as he, at the moment, has queued up the Blink Dagger, so looking to grab that as his first item. Top of the Blightstone, rather than the Deso Rush.
Yeah. I think he wants to get involved a bit earlier, make space for, so PL can just be that monster that he is, and just farm. Takes that hero a long time to get online. Supports, seeing the Rubik AA getting very close to level 6. AA just actually hits it, while on the side of OG it's level 5s from both supports.
I just now done for SCCC, so still very good timing for him there in that mid lane.
Yeah, they're looking really good.
Try and go with the Ice Blast. He's going to find the connection. Cold Embrace there to buy some time for No-Tail, but the Sunstrike comes in. He's surrounded by Mugi and the boys. Can he get his way out of there? Looks like he can just in time. Cold Embrace buying him the time to do so. S4 is actually looking to go back in on this. He's coming around with the wraparound. Does have Primal Split. Eyes towards Kaka as he forces him back. Mugi still further up the lane. Now gets himself out of there with a quick TP. Back to base. G won't quite find the kill that they were hunting for, but they do keep No-Tail alive. Ana,
and
back
Ana's...
to the stacks. This will be that Blink Dagger gold done and dusted. So, as you say, he can get involved now.
Yeah. And I think Jerax was sapping experience from some of those Ancients, so he does hit his level 6, so they have Echo Slam online for the next fight as well.
Here we have it. They're smoked up. OG with the movement through Newbee's jungle. Jerax looking to lead him with the Echo Slam. S4 has the Primal Split. Mugi would be the big kill. They've got that ward down. Straight in with the Echo. No messing. Is there any way that Newbee can get Mugi out there? He has the chemical range with the arm as well. He may just survive this. There's the backup. KP comes in with the Chrono. Does he catch two of the Brewlings? But it allows Mugi to buy some time to keep him alive. Turns around, chucks out the concoction, and Mugi, I think he might just be able to ward this one off. No, the final rock flies through. They do get Mugi, but OG, they've lost two for it. Ana trying to man up against SCCC, but KP's out with the time dilation slow. Zips forward onto Ana. OG lose a third. They may just lose a fourth as well as S4 comes out of the Primal Split. Chased down by SCCC and Faith. Sunstrike is not going to be on point as S4 gets the Duke off, but he'll be continued to chase down, and it'll be a painful death as well. He's close to that Blink Dagger gold. He does not have a TP. All he can do is just waste a little bit more time of Newbee. Oh, spotted. Faith's on the hunt. Kaka's there as well. He'll say, I take the kill, boys, as he picks it up with the Fade Bolt. And
OG with a lot of... They're making the rotations, but they're not being successful.
I mean, they get Mugi, but it cost them 3 heroes.
Look at this. Jerax unable to get the fissure up. The Cold Snap 1, 2, 3 times. Then he gets Cold Embrace. Then the TP from KP, absolutely perfect. Two-man Chrono and a Brewling.
They just couldn't kill Mugi soon enough.
Yeah.
Then, they do get him at the end, but he gets this chance to BAM to throw out another stun. That sets up for KP to finish off Fly with the help of Faith.
It lets everybody, all of Newbee, react in time.
Very deep play from OG, and not to great success. Obviously the reveal as well of Ana's Blink Dagger.
And Ana died right away too. I think Ana actually purchased the Blink right afterwards, but he does reveal it now. Yeah, he reveals it now, but the thing is that this is an over-level Templar Assassin. This guy just farmed 2 gigantic Ancient stacks and then just dies right away, so definitely a big amount of experience going toward the way of Newbee. And I mean, this is an offlane Void who is with a Dominator already, level 10. Super farmed.
Ana and Jerax looking to play around with SCCC. Jerax has to set up with the Fissure in the dust, but SCCC getting his way back. Kaka's there with the hold back, trying to buy time for SCCC to escape, and it will work. No, Ana, he's jumping deep. He wants to get this, and he will. He gets the kill, blinking in with a Mail Strike, but now Newbee with the wraparound. Mugi gets the concoction out, but there'll be the Winter's Curse to hold back the two of them. Jerax with another Fissure blocking off Faith. Means that OG will get away with that deep play this time round. Ana just manning up, and the rest of OG there to back him up and get him out of there.
It looks like Mugi is going for a different type of build, by the way. The old build that we used to see on the Alchemist, the Shadow Blade build. He's getting fissured up, though. TA starting to focus on him. They don't have the damage once the Chemical Rage comes off, though. But he's going for the Shadow Blade build, looking for that ganking kind of build that we used to see Alchemists do in the past. Shadow Blade, you just stun somebody, and then they have the Sunstrike, of course, on top. So, can be a option if he wants to go for it.
Okay, there's your Blink Dagger on S4 as well, so he's going to be kitted out to get into better position. Diffusal Blade being closed upon by No-Tail. 2 Blade of Alacrity's done so far. Interesting to see where KP goes next with his build. Just looking to finish off the treads after the helm. We'll see what the next plan is, if he wants to build up some more of these auras like the Vlads and such, or if he sees priority getting the Blink Dagger.
So high level on the Void. Almost level 12 already. It's pretty absurd.
Look at this S4, getting some valuable information there with the invis. No way to instantly cancel that TP, so Kaka will get out. In fact, Ana and Jerax, they found the bigger kill. Again, finding SCCC with the Fisher and the Dust out. Invoker's down. S4 looking to move in deep. Has the primal split ready to play. Faith heading back to the high ground. They'll look towards the bigger kill. The controls there onto Mugi, throwing him up into the air.
Making him
he
stun
ends
himself.
up stunning himself. Perfect timing, but KP's there with the counterplay. Comes in with the ultimate. Winter's Curse is down. Mugi's going to be held back though by the Chronos. It doesn't do too much damage at all to KP. Still alive amongst it all. S4 now losing that primal split, is in trouble as KP jumps in, finishes him off. Fisher
Steals
there
the fissure.
from the Rubik, indeed, catching Ana and Jerax. Ana, quick with the blink out, will juke off the Ice Blast with their refraction protecting him for the time being, and shouldn't tick down too low because of that, as he will get out of there. So, I mean, 1 for 1. The more times they kill this Invoker, I think the more times that OG will be happy. Taking a 1 for 1 when you are getting that SCCC kill, I think that's okay, especially when you're forcing KP to use the Chrono defensively.
Exactly.
Now you know you've not got that threat on the map.
As long as they can play around the timings of the Chrono whenever they do those type of aggressive plays, then it is definitely beneficial for that. Because No-Tail, during all those situations, he's farming, while Newbee does respond with 5 heroes.
Diffusal Blade complete for No-Tail, so as you say, he's been farming now, he can certainly have the opportunity to turn up and contribute quite a bit.
Yeah, now he can actually start fighting, especially with not only just the Diffusal Blade, but his levels. Level 11, you're able to have your max Doppelganger and your talent as well. So having max Doppel is super important to actually be involved in fights, because otherwise, yeah, you have no real save mechanic.
This is the thing though as well, as you mentioned, Mugi obviously going for this build. Is it good in your eyes, or do you kind of question this build?
I mean, it's a completely different kind of playstyle, right? He wants to be a ganker as well with the Void. He doesn't want to just be like this AFK farming hero. He wants to be more involved. So if he plays it like that, then it could work if he sets up the proper Sunstrike, because he can actually, like, if he can find an isolated PL, he can get the concoction off, and I mean, you actually do so much damage inside of that 4-second duration stun on top of a Sunstrike. So it can work. I'm not sure if it's the right choice this game, but we'll see if he's able to make it work.
Desolator complete for Ana as well now. We've seen how much he's been able to do with just the blink. Tesso as well, he is going to rip some of these heroes to pieces, especially, if they can catch that Alchemist without the Chemical Rage.
Yeah, I mean, Templar Assassin's massive with the Desolator. Very low armor.
They may find Mugi here. He's around the corner with KP. KP does not quite have Chrono back and available. They look for easy. Just jump into Faith. A couple of hits from Ana.
Oh, they put a Void? They might actually get the Void?
KP's come up the high ground. Does have Time Walk. We'll see if OG want to try and chase this. Jump forward from No-Tail. Has got the Diffusal Blade. KP, oh, that Chrono must have only just come back up. And he does indeed have to immediately use it defensively, to hold them back.
That's a big window now for OG.
Yeah, they're constantly forcing KP to use these Chronos and run. We'll see what they can do with the 2 minutes when there's no Chrono. I mean, Roshan, absolutely, that's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Thinking more about it, the Shadow Blade build, it can work, but I think this game also, the Radiance build's super nice just because there's versus PL and TA, so
yeah.
I don't know, it's in the eyes of the beholder and how your team wants to play around with the Alchemist, so. They get the stomp on this Jerax,
yeah,
the Sentry.
Yeah, they see him. Sentry's down. S4's going to try and jump in, but there's the immediate telekinesis to hold him back. Still gets the primal split off in time, and of course there's no Chrono. Ice Blast out onto Ana. Sunstrike as well makes the connection. That's going to be Ana taken down. Newbee already with 2 big kills to start this fight, and they look to try and get more, but No-Tail turns towards the AA, brings him down with the Diffusal Blade. KP still running around. Of course, no Chronosphere. He's trying to man up and get the bashes onto No-Tail with a Fade Bolt flying through as well from Kaka. It's still not quite enough. Tornado flying in, but the blink out's in time. Doppelganger from No-Tail to juke off the bad weather, and he will get his way out of this one. So again, another 2 for 2. It is OG losing Ana on the TA. That is the big kill there amongst it all. Of course, with Ana being top of the net worth. Yeah, this is brilliant for SCCC. You can see on the net worth as well, SCCC not that far behind this TA at all, which is impressive considering obviously how much Ana got from the lane, from the ancient stacks.
Yeah, and now they have, the Aghanim's is finished and online, so now inside the Chronosphere they actually have real damage. It's not just like an AA Blast and a Sunstrike. They have a lot of other spells if the Invoker's in the area.
And look at this build, so it's going to be like, full punching as we've been saying from the Alchemist. It's going to look Maelstrom next. Yeah,
it seems like he just wants to be that like frontlining tank kind of thing for his teammates to be able to do everything else behind, rather than being this just like farmer, AFK farmer.
Yeah, some sort of way to deal with the PL illusions as well.
Different approaches, yeah. We haven't seen the hero in a long time, in particular the safe lane Alchemist, so different play styles. No-Tail almost with Boots of Travel finished up, same thing with Invoker. KP now has Chrono online. They may look for a smoke once Mugi's a little bit more healthy.
Yeah, it really feels like if Newbee can actually take the fight themselves, they're going to be in such a great position. Because we've seen it, when they're being forced to use these Chronos defensively, they don't necessarily lose the fight.
Yeah.
They still get an even trade. So if they can get that sort of jump themselves, it's going to go brilliantly. And here we have the smoke. They know that they have this power play. They can try and use the Chrono to great effect. There's the jump forward, and it's perfect.
Catches Jerax too.
Catches Jerax on the tip. This is going to stop that fish coming out for a bit of time. KP moves on towards the Wyvern. At the end of the day, though, there wasn't really quite enough damage coming in post-Chrono to really finish off the kill straight away. Ana being chased down by Mugi, but Jerax holds him back with the aftershock from the Enchant Totem.
N0tail's in the back line.
He's already cleaned up one. He's taken down the Rubik. S4's looking towards KP. Mugi getting stunned up. Can he get the chance to throw out the concoction? He can, but the cold embrace is there from Fly, keeping Jerax alive. OG claimed the 2 kills. So despite the fact that it felt like Newbee could get something done, I don't know what quite happened there. Was it SCCC wasn't quite close enough to lay down a combo?
It didn't seem like he was close enough, yeah.
And nothing happened within it.
N0tail came from the back lines and started disrupting it too, and everybody from OG was ready there. The Fissure comes in too. Well, the Fissure was about to come in before the Chrono, but he did get trapped up. But everyone from OG was there to respond. The Cold Embrace doesn't heal, but it does prevent the damage ticks.
Radiant's top tower is under
We'll be spooked down at the pit.
Jerax walking up very aggressively toward SCCC with N0tail.
And N0tail's looking for this. Doesn't have detection though, so SCCC will be able to walk it off. This game to OG, 7-13 at the moment. 1k advantage, very close at the moment between these two sides. KP still working towards that blink.
OG with a big advantage right now, just in this next couple minutes, because
If
Chronosphere is on cooldown. They have Brewmaster, they have all of their ultimates ready to go. So this fight should be able to go very well for OG as long as something devastating doesn't happen.
Can Newbee contest this? They are close to the pit. They've got time to get in. They scan it out. Sunstrike's in there. They know the state of play here. Who's going to make the move though? Mugi clearing up the traps from the outside. They're going for the long wraparound by the looks of it, some of them, as they head around from the top. KP's there on the high ground.
The Centaur stun.
It's gone in. It's scouting them out and it's spooking OG out of the pit. Mugi moving forward with the Shadow Blade and the concoction. Chucks it out onto Ana. And there we have it. Beautiful play there with the Acid Spray to bring down the refraction, get the stun through, make sure the damage connects. Cold Embrace is there, but the telekinesis onto Ana holds him in place, takes him down. Immediate buyback from Ana as he looks to get into this fight. PL's illusions bring down the AA. They've lost one in return. N0tail just trying to clean up the Centaur. Now he's going to turn his attention towards Mugi. He got sent up for the time being by S4's Primal Split. There's the Echo coming through. Jerax has the control, allowing Ana to get the damage in to finish off Mugi. Buyback comes out from Kaka as he looks to return to the fray. But Newbee, they're down 2. They're without their position 1. So unlikely to fully go back in on this for the time being. KP does have Chrono back up. He could look to make some sort of incredible play around this pit. SCCC there as well. In goes the Tornado. EMP as well on target as it connects with Ana and S4. Ana finishing off this Roche. N0tail making it very hard for anyone to get in. Jerax is there with a stun. They'll get the kill on SCCC. KP comes out with the Chrono, but again, where's the damage? They've got an Ice Blast. Is it enough? I don't know if it is. The Cold Brace is down as Jerax. He's going to survive. KP now out of mana. All the meanwhile whilst this was going on, Ana finishes off Roshan, grabs the Aegis. Newbee just crumbling around the pit. They just can't find the combo. Kaka gets cleaned up top. That's an effective dieback on the Rubik as Kaka brought back for this engagement. And things very, very vehemently falling apart there for Newbee. As now the lead is gained by OG. They're ready to push with the Aegis. Jerax has the Blink Dagger Gold. Mugi's going to try and see if he can get some on the side. But he stuns himself. Fly goes up to the high ground. There's no vision there for Mugi. And now Mugi's just going to get turned upon. Jump forward from Ana. Newbee have just gone full downhill as steep and fast as you can.
That's a big mistake.
As the last couple of minutes have just been a Newbee nightmare.
Oh my goodness, Mugi just trying to make a little sneaky play there, but oh, big mistake. He drops the Acid Spray and loses vision of the Winter Wyvern for just a second. That Roche fight was crazy though. The decision from Ana there to buy back instantly was
absolutely paid off.
Instantly, what was actually just what won them the fight, because if they didn't have him, it would have been Newbee's all the way. And Jerax getting a beautiful Echo Slam on the 2 main heroes that he needed to was great setup. And Fly's positioning, he's been getting the ideal Cold Embraces. Sometimes he just can't save them, but he's been getting very good ones to at least prolong their death to be able to get extra pickups.
There's that jumping in on Kaka. He's stolen Refraction. He's going to need to be stealing a coffin as well now as he's out and down for 30 seconds. The Rubik is dead, and OG claim another tier 2. It's all looking pretty grim now for Newbee. It just feels like we haven't seen this Invoker Chrono combo come into play. I'm not really sold on this out pick and the play. It's just not it's not done much at all. Like, sure, he throws out a stun, but at this stage, it just doesn't get a kill. It doesn't matter that he maxed out the acid spray, had the concoction, and he's gone for this fighting build. It's an Alchemist in 2017 at the end of the day.
Yeah. And he's gotten shut down very heavily. I mean, they invaded his lane over and over again. It's hard to fight versus a PL when your only form of lockdown is really a Chronosphere too. No-Tail is literally just going absolutely berserk in the back lines while his team causes such a ruckus in the front. These illusions just mana burning everybody down, and Newbee's unable to really control him at all.
Dire are scanning.
But yeah, Moogie is definitely having some trouble now with the build.
As we have seen, though, Invoker can certainly carry a game.
Yes, that's for sure.
And if anyone's to do it, SCCC is certainly one of the players. They're already on this bottom lane. They're trying to make something happen, but OG's aware of what's going on. They're in the neighborhood. They're going to see themselves if they can get the catch. Just the tip. Clips onto KP. They'll try and move up for it, but KP's out with the TP away. Nothing to cancel. KP, with the quick plays, quick decisions, will keep himself safe. The rest of Newbee as well get out of there.
Be unable to take good team fights now. They need the chrono. They need a really good chrono with the Invoker spells.
They need
Other
to
than
hit.
that, it's very minimal.
Top lane as well. TP comes through for No-Tail. Triple C needs to use that Midas. My boy.
They do find S4 though, and that's an easy bring down.
So that's the kind of combo that we need to be seeing from Newbee.
Yeah.
Just everything just thrown down onto one hero, and they do have the heavy delete potential.
I mean, that is the idea of, you know, what's what Moogie wants to be doing. He wants to be setting up for those kills, but...
Talking about heavy delete, I mean, OG have got it themselves as well. Jarek's just in with the instant stun and the physical burst from TA.
Not even needing the Echo Slam for that. So now they still have all their ultimates for the fight.
Top lane Kaka, there's no hope for him. TP's out, at least attempts to, but No-Tail's damage at this stage. Yasha, Diffusal level 2. Much too much for that Ruby to withstand.
He's getting way too big, and they don't have good ways to deal with him if he's not inside the chrono. Moogie actually gets blocked by Jerax.
I don't know if this man gets out. He needs some friends, and he needs them quickly. There's going to be a Meteor and an Ice Blast coming on an Ana. That's going to do a fair bit against the TA, but the dust is down to Moogie. Shadowblade's not going to save the Alchemist, and that is your Alch down for 50 seconds. Ana pots the BKB, and they're ready to dive up to the high ground. No-Tail chasing Faith with the Diffusal Blade, takes down the Ancient Apparition, picks up the double kill.
Monster kill for No-Tail.
This game really flipped over from what we saw in game 1. This is OG this time round, playing with the strat where it's not the 4 protect one. You have Ana and No-Tail, both on heroes that can farm and both on heroes that can absolutely hit hard at this stage of the game, and it's just working out much better.
Yeah, they've got 3 of the same heroes from the last time around, but it's the roles that make such a difference, or 2 of the same heroes the last time, but it does make such a difference in the roles that they're placed.
Jumping with KP, where's the combo? They try for it, but again, Jerax just throws down the Fissure, and suddenly the Magician can't do any darn magic. He's out of it. SCCC up in the air. The disruption is just too high from OG's heroes. SCCC has to just ghost walk, look to get himself out, but Jerax jumps forward, jukes out the tornado, Ana lays down the physical, and that's SCCC down. Moogie heads in, he's trying to do something to push them out of this, but there's no Invoker for 50 seconds. OG have claimed the melee racks once again. Jerax lays down a Fissure to hold them out of this. Ana's trying to get out, the cold feet will tick in. Do they have detection? That's the question. No, he's out with the blink. Ana plays his way out of it. Newbee, they're going to try and chase him down. Ana does have the BKB available once more. And with the traps, though, I think he should get himself out of here. S4's going to be there if help is needed, but Ana doesn't even need it. He's out of there. He gets himself away. Newbee unable to punish. And as we've seen, SCCC just not given the chance to play between getting thrown up into the air by the Brewlings, getting stunned up by Jerax. It's so hard for Invoker to do anything in these team fights.
Way too much control, and they're way too reliant on having the perfect chrono because, like we're saying, that's their only real team fight, their only real lockdown. So if Jerax or if S4 are not caught in the chronosphere, or actually even fly, they can completely mess up the whole backlines because they can just either throw a Fissure, they can throw somebody in the air with the Panda, or they can throw a Curse / Cold Embrace from the Winter Wyvern. So it's really, the game is super difficult for KP to actually, it's like all the weight is on his shoulders to land the perfect chrono, pretty much.
I mean, and of course you can see this as well. SCCC realizes the exact same problem that we're stating. He's going straight for the BKB next.
Yeah,
he knows
something.
He has to have that BKB to be able to do anything in these fights because of how well OG are playing their positioning.
Faith in some trouble. Jerax invis on him, and a quick, easy pickup for
There's
Ana.
no help for that, man. It's gone. Ana level 22, 16,000 net worth.
let the siege continue. They don't have... Oh, they actually get the instant echo onto Ka.
That's a lot of hate for the Rubik.
And they're going to come to top.
Yeah.
Get a secondary set of racks, probably. It's
2 arrows down, and neither have
both
buyback.
supports, yeah.
I mean, it's just the supports, but it's, you know, an Ice Blast can make all the difference when it comes to defending the high ground. They're going to have it for 20 seconds. A good EMP connects
Hits
onto
both.
Notel and S4.
Yeah.
That will slow him down a little bit. I say a little bit, though. Ana still sticks around, brings the tower down low. I mean, OG, of course, no real reason to play this risky. They know that they can play it safe.
They
They're
know
in such
Mugi
a
stunned
good
himself.
position, and that they're going to try and go back in. He stuns himself with the concoction. KP comes out. This could be the combo they needed. Deafening Blast comes through, pushes Ana through along with this Notel. But again, Fly's just there with a cold embrace save. Buys time for Notel. They now turn themselves backs towards SCCC. The Fisher's there locking him down. He'll buy back immediately. Newbee are being forced back to the base though. Kaka losing his faith as AA is down for 40 seconds. And what can they do? There's no chrono. KP's going to jump forward. They have got a fair bit of damage. In fact, they're going to bring him down low, but again, Fly's there with the cold embrace, healing Ana back up. Ana gets the chance to blink out from the side of it at all as Fly pops the Winter's Curse down, holding back Newbee, keeping his team safe. Fly making the plays. May sacrifice
Glimmer
himself
in one.
for this, though. The Glimmer's there. Timing. Oh, surely he doesn't get out. Sure, there's no way he gets out. I mean, Kaka's going to find him for sure. He has got a cold embrace, and he's not going to get it out. They will finally take him down, but
saves
Fly,
Ana.
I mean, this game and last game as well, despite losing it, Fly has certainly been doing his... He's been putting in the work on these Winter Wyverns.
Yeah, he's gotten some very good cold embraces. This game maybe he hasn't had like the greatest curses in comparison to the last game. He got some nice ones in the last one, but it's not his job. He doesn't need to land big curses in this game. He just needs to disrupt the backlines and save his teammates. That's it. So buybacks coming out from Newbee there was just the Invoker, but the damage was done. One full racks claimed, and top tier 3 almost dead as well. And Roche should be respawning within the next minute, I believe, or so. Yeah, 1 minute. And shrines are open.
Quite the lead being created now by OG. 17,000 net worth ahead. No tail with his eyes on Kaka in the jungle. Kaka? Okay. He's got the stolen meld.
Nice.
No tail, didn't expect that.
And Noto going for a Shadowblade build. So he's looking to go for his own kind of pickups on the
Alright.
sides. And that makes him super hard to kill. They've been struggling to carry reveal because their supports are kind of poor. So why not get even more?
I guess. I mean, it's one of those builds that I feel like you only do if you're ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, more than
building
likely.
Shadowblade on PL. And like, it's one of those builds where, say the game starts to turn around, they start being able to kill Notel. I think you maybe go, did he really need to build a Shadowblade? But they're obviously so far ahead now.
Yeah.
They feel very comfortable.
There's only the Chronosphere to pick him off, though. So
Sure.
if he is split pushing and
Yeah.
stuff, it's like with the Shadowblade, he's like pretty much near unkillable. But yeah, it is more than likely just because he's like, you know, we're ahead. I have the luxury of being able to switch the item build up a bit.
Certainly are. They're looking to force their dominance once more with this smoke up.
They've got Gem on, I think it was the Brewmaster as well. They do.
Get this wraparound on Newbee as well.
We've got full Daedalus. Full Daedalus on Ana. He is...
Easily two-shotting most of these heroes. Ooh, KP.
KP's stuck in the
He's
trees?
Stuck. His time walked into the trees. He has got
out.
to blink out. Looks like they didn't want to jump on him straight away. And in fact, despite that, it felt like OG would get a bit of a better catch there. They may get Kaka. Well, I say may. The Tornado's there to buy Kaka some time. He heads himself back up to the high ground. I gotta say, it's a bit of a miracle no one on Newbee died there.
Wow.
I felt that. I mean, they had the PL illusion watching the void. They knew he was there, but they just kind of ignored KP.
Scared of the Chrono, man.
I guess.
No need to force a big fight right before Roche is starting, right?
True. They just
force
want to get
the
them
lanes
away
out
from the pit.
and just be annoying. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And it's super safe, OG. Back into the pit they go. And yeah, with the way that they played that, Newbee far too far away of getting over here in time. Yep.
Aegis and Cheese for a TA and a PL at this point in the game when they're this far ahead. 20k gold lead. It's looking very tough for Newbee. All that weight, like we were saying, on KP's shoulders to land those beautiful Chronospheres. And they have to make sure that SCCC is in a good spot to get his spells off, because as we've been seeing, like we said over and over again,
They're gonna
being disrupted over and over.
They're looking to smoke into this. I think they obviously know that with that Aegis picked up, OG are going to want to try and go for this sort of push. So they want to get the surprise jump from the high ground.
Yep.
Obviously, there's the chance that OG may get themselves some high
OG's
high ground
smoking
vision
from
out.
mid, though. They're smoking through the mid
long
lane.
wrap around. This could catch them off guard. There's the jump in, looking for Mugi. Mugi does have BKB available, and he will pop it. Notel immediately looking to make a beeline for the backliners. Kaka getting focused by the Arctic Burn. Jerax jumps forward, absolutely just whacks down the Rubik there with the enchant totem. That's going to be one down for 50 seconds. The rest of Newbee being forced back, and there's more than enough space here for Ana to just hit into the racks. No tail as well, just setting up the illusions, keeping Newbee forced back to the base as Ana cleans up the melee racks for free, takes the full set as well. As Newbee just seem unable to do anything against this power that OG has built up to. They need KP to get a Dream Chrono. They're using their other smoke. They need a bit of a miracle here. No tail heads forward as well. They'll drop the Chrono. It's only going to catch the PL. They will get the kill, but Jerax is in there on the backlines, lands the Echo Slam. Buyback immediately from No Tail as he looks to come back into this fight. Potentially even finish off the game as Chrono's being used. AA is down. OG are forcing down this last bottom lane of racks here. We'll see how safe they play it, but they are almost certainly going to feel very, very confident. Invoker's buyback still on cooldown for 3 minutes. Everything just being thrown out bit by bit, but it just doesn't seem enough to bring down OG. There's finally the BKB on SCCC, but it could be just a little too late.
They're waiting to get healed up before they walk back in. Cold Embrace on is now mostly healthy, so time to siege. Those other side lanes are naturally going to push in. Newbee under a ton of pressure here. No Chronosphere.
Jerax, there we are. One Fisher jump in from Ana. A couple of hits and the Shaker's down. The final tier 3 gone. The last set of racks exposed. What can Newbee do to hold? SCCC just having to deal with his illusions. He tries to head forward to do some sort of a tornado play to keep OG off the racks. The illusions are in. There's the Ice Blast flying across. Is it going to make the connection as No Tail jukes it out with a doppelganger? Primal splits back up. More than enough space here as OG just clean up the final set of racks. And it just seems Newbee can't do anything, and indeed they can't. GG is called, they tap out, and the first series of the day on the mainstream will end as OG get the 1-1. As we come to the end of OG versus Newbee, as it just...
Much better overall draft by OG.
Oh, absolutely from OG.
Much better game plan is